Hello, my name is Tako, and today we're going to be playing the Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You're 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Let's go with Dave. Ooh, that sounded horrible. Your best friend Dave has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. You never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Your best friend Dave has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically a formality, okay? On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Dave's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says again as usual, but then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably gonna rain. Kiss Mom goodbye. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Dave's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You see Dave waving at you from his bedroom on the second floor. It's 6 p.m. Dave's mom meets you inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Dave are camping out there tonight. Cool. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom lived. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hang a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Dave Dad shot years ago. And of course, there is a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Dave's house is than yours. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not reading all that. Dave entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Dave's favorite meals, and as his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate, Dave's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Dave are getting into at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. Why is he drinking? Wait, that wasn't beer at all. It was a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was beer? Dave's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact, now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. Okay. You go along now, say Dave's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready. Dang, let's go get the TV ready, Dave says. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Bro, I cannot read. Dave's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Dave, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first usually. But as Dave begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of other things he has in there. All major stuff, an old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too, things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side, a compact white cone. What are those? Dave looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show you them though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. What? Of course you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly through a nearby set of patio doors. You can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the wall. Dave is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Talk to Dave, watch Dave play, go to the bathroom, think about Dave's uncle. I'm not doing it. What would you like to talk about? Let's talk about games. For a while, you and Dave talk about the game on TV. It's not one you're familiar with, and Dave explains the elaborate systems in some detail. An hour passes. The clock chimes. You are in the den. In the corner, the frame pictures. Okay, let's talk to Dave. Let's go to school. School, I mean. You asked Dave how he did on the math quiz you had trouble with. He got an A, of course. You are in the den. Dave's mother bustles into the room holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arms. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Dave, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Dave. Mom, here's some popcorn, extra butter. She places it on the floor by Dave. Almost immediately, Dave is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you. She looks at Dave. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep quiet, all right? Yes, Mom, Dave says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Dave stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. No. Asks about Uncle's visit. So why's your uncle coming? Your uncle stays with you when he visits. Why is he coming? Dave shrugs business, but I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Dave, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business there? Here. Then what does he have to do here? Bro, how will he even know what he has to do there? That makes no sense. Why else would my uncle be coming, Dave says, as if you asked the dumbest question in the world. Well, it's cool, I'll finally get to meet him. That's my Android. Let me see what it says. Hmm. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now, he is not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, he might. Should I? I don't know. I'm gonna. Dave takes a moment to respond as if he's not quite sure he heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Dave stands up, fist clenched at his side, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step towards you. You involuntarily flinch. You clench your teeth and wait. Dave darts forward and pushes you back on the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take the invitation to throw a punch before he can go for it again. You take a moment to be dazed. You lie there, expecting another punch or kick, but to your surprise, nothing happens. Slowly, you sit up to see Dave standing there, arms stiff, still stiff at his side, breathing heavily. You realize he is close to crying. Are you okay? Dave shakes his head as if remembering something. Never mind, he says, just never mind. You want to say something more, but he is already re-immersed in the video game. You take a breather. Bro, what? Okay, can I talk to him about anything else? Never mind. Um, let's go to the bathroom. Should I? Yeah, let's go to the bathroom. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Go back. You head back to the den. Okay, gotta click that word. Alright, let's think about Dave's uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe him at first when Dave came to school one day and told you he had finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events somehow unlocked on Dave's game. It's really strong, he said. It's KO every enemy in one hit. They demonstrated this claim at recess when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Dave's Mew. You asked how Dave managed to get it. Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo, said Dave. You were walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Dave still lived next door to you at the time. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town, buildings had collapsed. You were standing at an intersection with Dave as a truck rumbled by, loaded up with ragged trunks. What a bad storm. Alright, at the time. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Dave move? There was something nice about being neighbors. Oh, my uncle got a job, la la la. Oh, he also got me this new Game Boy, Dave said, pulling it out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Dave now had a sleek new Game Boy Color until today he had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. This one was a special edition, said Dave. Isn't it cool? I agreed. You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. It begins raining outside. Return. Bro, what the world? Kitchen? Pass through the empty dining room. You enter the kitchen, which is deserted right now. Go back to the den. You head back to the den. Dang, am I failing at this game? You grab a handful of popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. Frame pictures. Am I supposed to look at this? Wait, remember your own Mew? I had one. You got your own Mew eventually. Another friend had a game shark which you borrowed one day. What is a game shark? You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't one hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Dave's. You asked him why. What? He said that had been here in the den. Oh, that what? It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got a special edition Mew, first of all, he said, smirking a little but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. What does that mean? You asked what he meant by that. Just what I said, Dave replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew. How did you cheat? So of course there'd be problems, glitches and junks. You felt your cheeks redden. But not me, Dave said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Dave's brother. What about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel uneasy? You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Oh my gosh. What? You inspect the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Dave cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three of their own. A happy, tidy family. Wait, no, something's wrong here. Where's Dave's brother? You know he has a brother. You know it, except he's not here in any of the pictures, and you look again at the pictures. He's not there. He's not there here at all. He's not here. He's not here at all. Are you sure Dave has a brother? Yes. Then why can't you remember his name? Asked Dave about his brother. Where's your brother tonight? Is your brother spending the night with one of his friends? Hey, why aren't there any of your... Okay, let's ask that. What? Dave pauses the game he is playing and gives you an odd look. I don't have a brother, he says, but I remember him. Oh, I guess, you begin. Dave is still looking at you. I got confused. There is a long moment of uncomfortable silence, broken only by distant thunder, the Nintendo, and the ticking clock. You are such a weirdo, says Dave, and turns back to the Nintendo. The subject, it seems, has been dropped. Time passes. Plenty of time passed here, bro. In the corner, okay, the same thing. Call your mom. What for? The grandfather clock chimes the hour as Dave cradles his head in his hands. It's time, he says, sounding close to tears. Stop being weird. I don't want to play the game. I don't want to play games anymore. Someone knocks at the front door. That's him, says Dave, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you can follow, but a part of you feels like being scared for a bit. Follow. The knocking continues persistently as you follow Dave to the front of the house. Outside the pebble glass of the front window, you can see tall dark shadow. Tall dark shadow. Dave goes to the door, undoes the deadbolt, and cracks it open. Cracks it open. You can come in, he says to whoever's standing out there on the porch, then looks over his shoulder at you. Sorry, he says. Before you can ask what there is to be sorry about, the door slams open. Hello, child. Come closer, child. No more words, child. I am hungry, child. No more words, child. Hello, child. Fear equal none. Screaming equal cease. Stop it, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. What is this? Hello, child. Hello, child. What? Undefined error. What does that mean? What? Undefined error. What? The world? Undefined error.